This is Mac OS Ken.
The EC hits Apple with interoperability rules, Brazil gives Apple a reprieve on sideloading, and Apple's first in-house modem chip looks like a winner. It is Thursday, the 20th of March, 2025. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken. Brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Rogue Amoeba, makers of powerful audio tools for your Mac. Get 20% off on any purchase with code MacOSKen at macaudio.com/Ken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. Apple's facing a new round of regulation/demand from the European Commission. Pieces from 6 Colors and Mac Rumors outline the EC's call for changes said to be aimed at promoting interoperability between iPhone and third-party hardware and applications. Under a specified article of the DMA, the Commission says the objective is that devices, apps, and products from third parties can be used on an iPhone as seamlessly as Apple's own products. The specification decisions adopted support Apple in achieving this objective by detailing how to securely allow third parties to use certain features that are so far only available to Apple devices. Couldn't find the part where the EC apparently told Apple how to do that securely. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it was secret communication. Maybe they're just saying, we support you doing it securely, without worrying about how or whether that's possible. Whatever the case, theoretical benefits to consumers outlined by the European Commission include iPhone users will have enhanced possibilities to receive push notifications, including pictures on their non-Apple smartwatch, and reply to these notifications. iPhone users will also be able to pair their non-Apple connected devices, such as headphones and smartwatches, more seamlessly and easily with the iPhone. Non-Apple devices such as virtual reality headsets will benefit from better and faster data connections with the iPhone. And developers will be able to integrate alternative solutions to Apple's AirDrop and AirPlay services on the iPhone. As a result, says the EC, iPhone users will be able to choose from different and innovative services to share files with other users and cast media content from their iPhone to the TV. Some of these changes are required by the end of 2025. Most are slated for the middle of 2026. And you can bet Apple's happy, except for the part where they're not happy. A separate piece from Mac Rumors had the company saying in a statement, today's decisions wrap us in red tape, slowing down Apple's ability to innovate for users in Europe and forcing us to give away our new features for free to companies who don't have to play by the same rules. It's bad for our products and for our European users. We will continue to work with the European Commission to help them understand our concerns on behalf of our users. All right, that sounds a tiny bit hyperbolic, doesn't it? Forcing Apple to give away new features for free. Yeah, that's actually in the EC statement. According to that, Apple will have to enable interoperability for affected features for any type of connected device free of charge via complete, accurate, and well-documented frameworks and APIs. And that goes for any new features Apple comes up with for Apple's own hardware, according to the Commission. Dan Morin at 6 Colors has no real problem with the third-party hardware requirements, though he is concerned with Apple having to open up and support competition to features like AirDrop and AirPlay. Personally, thanks to the VR headset callout, I think, I'm worried about Meta and other data-hungry companies. If Apple is required to give all third parties the same level of access Apple itself has, who's to say those third parties won't take advantage and help themselves to info consumers don't even realize the third parties are accessing? Especially if Meta does something like requiring users to allow full access to the data on the user's iPhone to set up a Meta Quest 3. I know they're a competition authority, but they never seem to address security concerns. But I guess that's what the courts are for. As one of the Mac Rumors pieces points out, the DMA's specification decisions are legally binding, and Apple is required to implement the specified measures. However, the Commission says the decisions fully respect Apple's rights of defense and remain subject to independent judicial scrutiny. Apple seems to have gotten a sideloading reprieve in Brazil. It was just under 2 weeks ago that I told you of a ruling from the country giving Apple 90 days to open up the iOS ecosystem to third-party apps in Brazil, just like the company had done in the European Union. Now a piece from 9 to 5 Mac has a Brazilian judge saying, never mind. On Wednesday, the piece says, a federal civil court judge in Brazil ruled that Apple can continue distributing iOS apps exclusively through the App Store without letting developers opt for other platforms. The report offers no insight as to why the judge reversed the previous ruling. It does point out, though, that Brazilian regulators can appeal the reversal. More news in a moment, but first a word from today's sponsor, Rogue Amoeba, making powerful audio tools for your Mac. I was playing with another great-looking app from Rogue Amoeba last night, Fission. It's a powerful, single-track editing tool that you can do so much with. Join files, split files, crop, trim, fade in, fade out. The basics that someone just getting started or working quickly might need. Fission is streamlined for fast editing without loss of quality. You can export or batch convert files to MP3, AAC, Apple Lossless, WAV, and other formats. You can even add chapters and metadata. Look, I'm an audio nerd. I've been using one version or another of the same editing suite for nearly 30 years, and no, I'm not giving that up. But I am really impressed with the power and simplicity Fission has to offer. If audio editing has you intimidated, or if you're just looking for something quick and easy, Fission is a great way to go. And you can start at no cost. Every Rogue Amoeba app comes with a free version, letting you try before you buy. Check out Rogue Amoeba's amazing tools at macaudio.com/Ken and save 20% on any purchase with code MacOSKen. From capturing audio to sharing it with the world, Rogue Amoeba has the tools you need for your Mac. Get 20% off their great audio tools with code MacOSKen at macaudio.com/Ken. That's 20% off with code MacOSKen at macaudio.com/Ken. Apple's C1, the company's very first self-made cellular modem, seems to be doing well in early tests. Apple Insider has the firm Ookla testing the modem in the iPhone 16e. Not surprisingly, iPhone 16 is Apple's top performer where coverage is plentiful and robust. That said, folks with normal to spotty coverage are likely to have better luck with iPhone 16e than one of Apple's pricier offerings. When it comes to run-of-the-mill coverage or worse, iPhone 16e tends to be your most reliable speed freak. For most people on most networks most of the time, Apple Insider says the iPhone 16e is going to be a fair bit faster than the iPhone 16 lineup. Apple is apparently upping its manufacturing in India. Apple Insider ran a piece earlier this week that had Apple prepping for AirPods production on the subcontinent. Citing a report from India's The Economic Times, the report says AirPods production there is expected to start as soon as next month. It's unclear what models of AirPods the Foxconn plant in Hyderabad will produce. Whatever they are, the piece says they are intended for export only. Police in Denver, Colorado have an idea for stopping thieves from getting free cars. Give away free AirTags. As part of a program called Denver Track, a piece from Apple Insider says the Denver Police Department will give people either an AirTag or a Samsung Smart Tag to hide in their vehicle. The giveaway started yesterday, Wednesday, the 19th of March. The department plans to give out a total of 450 trackers by tomorrow, Friday, the 21st. And finally today, fewer physical IDs in more places. I mean, not really, but that's the dream, I guess. Mac Rumor says Apple has updated the list of states set to support driver's licenses and state IDs in Apple Wallet, with 8 more said to be coming on board. Reportedly on the way are Connecticut, Illinois, Kentucky, Mississippi, Montana, Oklahoma, Utah, and West Virginia. They'll join Arizona, California, Colorado, Georgia, Hawaii, Iowa, Maryland, New Mexico, Ohio, and Puerto Rico. I will say I was surprised to see the number of airports where people can use ID in Apple Wallet at TSA. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the whole list. It's bigger than I suspected, though. You can check it out on the TSA website. Mac Rumor says IDs in Apple Wallet can also be used to verify age or ID at select businesses and venues in the U.S. Now, those of you of a certain age will remember the old American Express card slogan, "Don't leave home without it." That still goes for your physical ID. The number of airports in the U.S. that support ID and Apple Wallet for TSA is less than 20, and not every TSA checkpoint at those airports actually offers that support. There's no public list of which businesses honor digital IDs. And as far as interactions with Johnny Law, as recently as last September, a piece from The Verge said, IDs in Apple Wallet aren't meant to be used as identification in traffic stops or other police interactions, which means users are supposed to continue carrying their physical IDs. macOS Ken, brought to you by me, and sponsored by Rogue Amoeba. Get 20% off any purchase with code MacOSKen at macaudio.com/Ken. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/MacOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.